one owner of Hungry Squirrel Nut Butters.
How did you start your nut butter business?
So it came about as I had grown intolerant to peanuts, and I started eating almond butter because it was just, I do like nut butters, and it's a good energy source for when you're running, post-running, whatever. But it got a bit boring, so I started looking around for other things, and there wasn't really a lot on the market at that time. So I kind of came up with the idea to make my own, and then I thought, actually, this could maybe be a wee business. I'm always looking for business ideas, or always have been. So I approached my friend Hazel, who'd been made redundant, and asked if she'd be interested in starting up a wee business with me. And that was just about a year ago now.
I mean, your nut butters are sold around Aberdeen.
In the Aberdeen City Shire. We've got a few retailers down in the south of Scotland, just about, hopefully, to get into a shop in Edinburgh. So we're just reaching out at the moment, trying to find other stockists, but it's all small independents, healthy shops, vegan shops, small places, delis. So we're just trying to...
So how did you get started? That's what everyone wants to know. How did you...
Just with a bog standard food processor and a bag of nuts, and just experimenting with different flavours. We had quite a clear idea in our heads what we wanted to achieve. We wanted to keep it... we wanted to try and reduce the refined sugars. We didn't want to use them if possible. No palm oils, obviously. Just keep everything really natural. It's always been the ethos. Natural products, and try and get them tasty as possible. So that was kind of our foundation, and we just played around with different varieties of nuts. We looked online, we got some inspiration. It's a huge thing in America, in New Zealand, Scandinavia, so there's quite a lot of information online, inspiration for recipes. So we just kind of tweaked some of those. And one of our initial ones, the hazelnut cacao, that was our healthy Nutella, and as a way to wean our kids off of Nutella, which is packed with sugar and palm oil.
Mine is not as tasty as yours, but I try and make something similar for my son as well. Was food something that you were interested in before, like healthy food?
Healthy food, yeah. I'm always into health and fitness, and I'm not mad, about it, but I'm not obsessed by it, but I'm really interested in it, and certainly want my kids to grow up with a healthy outlook on food and lifestyle. So yes, but not a big foodie, I wouldn't say. So I went to the Deeside Food Festival, I think the year before I had the idea, and was blown away by the range of produce in this area, and just the people that were doing it. There was a lot of young people doing new things, and I think the Veg Co was there, and I just thought, oh my goodness, it's this is a really exciting area of business that I'd never even considered before. So I think that probably triggered something in me, that maybe it is an option, to go down that way. And it just all came together quite organically, really, the thought process. So, but I love it, absolutely love it.
And so it wasn't like one particular thing, or you weren't like specifically, right, I'm going to set up a business in food.
No, it just kind of
evolved
that way.
And did you have any support or help when you got started?
Not particularly. We did, I started looking online, actually, just Googling if there's anything in the area, anything in Scotland, funds, support groups. So Business Gateway was obviously the first port of call. I'd done quite a lot with them in the past with other business ventures. And then we found Opportunity Northeast. They've been brilliant, they've been really supportive. We've done lots through them, and I'm currently doing a business growth programme with them. And also Scotland Food and Drink, who again came through Opportunity Northeast. They've been really good.
But you just got started at home, you weren't
No, all just started at home. We didn't have any money to put into it, so it was all just, we bought nuts. Honestly, we just bought a basic food processor each and just got going. And then luckily my partner is a graphic designer, so he designed all the labels, branding, which is a big part of the business, So from day one we were able to go out there with quite a strong brand, which I think is half the battle.
Yeah, and have you utilised marketing, or have you done that all yourself?
Done it all ourselves. Social media, it's been a bit of a learning curve. It's a huge tool, massive tool, and it's free. And God, I would recommend anybody to get on there and just do it. It's just that you're just a brand, so you've just got to kind of put behind that. It's not about you as much as it is about promoting your product, whatever that may be. So that's an easy one.
Yeah, definitely. I've used social media as well. I think that maybe people have an idea in their head that they have to spend a lot of money on marketing and advertising, but we have that
Yeah,
almost at our fingertips.
It's a great thing. Social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Instagram's probably one of the best. People are so engaged and it's so responsive. And you can get feedback from people, you get ideas about recipes. It's a great thing.
And what would you say your kind of highs or like, the good things about starting and running your own business?
It's very exciting. We've met lots of amazing people, really inspirational people. It's fun, it's flexible. Having a family, it's something I can tweak around what I do with the kids and home life. And it's just exciting. You just don't know where it's going. And we're a year in now almost, and it's kind of gone quite quickly. I've seen a good increase in business, but you can't really stop at this point. It's kind of like you're on a wheel, and it's like, well, where do we go now? So we just have to keep going and see what's going to happen. But that's really good fun. You're
in momentum.
Yeah.
And what would you say the challenges are?
Financially, obviously, there's lots of challenges. We haven't really made any money out of this yet. Everything just gets reinvested into the business, so hopefully that'll turn around one day. Challenges can be I'm always on my phone or my laptop. I never really switch off from Hungry Squirrel, so I guess that takes an impact on family life a bit.
What's your vision for the future with Hungry Squirrel?
I'd like to see it maybe release another range, a product into the range, a different item, and just start selling throughout the whole of the UK. Really, that would be at the moment the ultimate sort of goal, and then beyond.
Tell us a little bit more about the product, because we haven't really spoken about the product.
So it's just natural nut butters. So we don't use peanuts. I'm not sure if we ever will at this point in time. We might, but predominantly it's a non-peanut based nut butter. So we use cashews, almonds, hazelnuts. We blend them with natural recurring sugars, different flavours, spices, just creating a healthy alternative to peanut butter.
And my favourite one is the chai spiced
really?
almond.
Okay, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I love that one. So what are the other flavours we've got?
So this is our newest one. This is a maple pecan. So it's almonds and pecan based with maple syrup, and there's a few mixed spices. Our chai spiced almond. This is a salted one. This is our best seller actually.
I've tried that before too.
Cashew with cinnamon and maple syrup. We released this one in August last year. It's a blend of almond, Brazil, cashew nuts, so it's very nutritious. A touch of sea salt, and that's a crunchy one, and that is actually almost as popular now as the cookie dough. It's maybe going to take over. I'm not sure the exact figures. This is exactly the same but smooth version. And this is our healthy Nutella. So hazelnut, but we've put macadamias in here as well, so a bit of extra nutrition, and it just gives it a really nice creamy texture, and cacao and agave. So completely vegan range. Yeah.
Amazing. And they're all gluten free as well.
All gluten free. Although we don't work in a gluten free kitchen. So
yes.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay. Well, you're going to show me how you make your nut butters. We're going to see how this nut butter is made. Look at us with these lovely fishnet. What do you call them? They're not fishnet. They're like hair nets.
Already sterilised some jars. Just do that in the oven. So it's a very simple process, just as if you were making jam. We have our roasted nuts here. We do roast our nuts because it's a better taste, but it's also a good way of killing any bacteria or pathogens in the product before you use it.
Brazil nuts for these ones, are they? So these are roasted as well?
Yeah, roasted yesterday. This is the smooth ABC. It's the easiest one to make.
So there's how many different nuts in this one?
Just the 3 nuts. Everyone's favourite, I think.
My son loves cashews.
Yeah, they're just so naturally sweet. Some sea salt. Natural sea salt, nothing else in there. Gonna get noisy.
So now you're weighing the...
Yeah, I'm just getting this to a 0 for the jar, so we can know exactly how much is going in there, because it's 150 gram jars.
Oh, look at that, it looks so creamy.
I know, it's just nectar. And it's such a good nut butter because you can use it in pretty much anything. In smoothies, it's great with banana sandwich, stem butter. It's
I'm going to have to get some of this one. So something I forgot to ask is, what did you do before nut butter came to your life?
I worked in IT. Worked in IT for the last 20 years, and I still do in a variety of sort of areas. But I trained as an artist, so
that's interesting.
Quite a varied background, and I did have a wee art business for a few years, teaching kids art. So yeah, jack of all trades, master of none. Throughout life, I don't think I'd ever go back to being an artist, or I don't really want to be an IT person, but through life you learn all these skills and things that you pick up along the way, and it's all valuable, and a lot of what I've done in the past is relevant to what I'm doing now, so I think it's all things that have kind of built up to where I'm at.
Are we done?
Yeah, that's all finished. All done, very simple.
Ready?
Thank you very much for coming and seeing what we do.
No problem, and I have a little one to try, and I'm going to get some more as well.